This is Taking Stock on Bloomberg. I'm Pimm Fox. I'm attending the BMO Capital Markets Metals and Mining Conference in Hollywood, Florida, learning all about mining, but also learning about new ways to invest in mining. We've got Tony Jensen. He is the chief executive of Royal Gold. Tony, good to have you with us on Bloomberg.
Thank you very much for having me.
What is a royalty company? We know a lot about royalty trusts in Canada, but what is a royalty company and how does it relate to investing in gold?
Right, a royalty company is a very unique way to invest in gold, a lower risk way to invest in gold, in my opinion. We have a portfolio of royalties around the world, somewhere around 195 royalties in 6 different continents. And what a royalty is, it's a right to have a portion of the production paid to you instead of a cash. We're not a cash in-kind type of production. So we don't have the responsibilities to operate the property.
So no operational risk?
No operational risk, no complexities with environmental aspects or permitting. Those are all left to the operator.
So in a sense, you have a claim, almost a royalty on the land, on what comes out of the ground, not on the specific company.
Indeed, that's exactly it. We have really a real property interest in the United States to acquire the royalty, or acquire the minerals after they're produced from the ground. And so we can acquire those in a number of different ways. A royalty might be created by original prospector, and when they originally found the mineral, sold it to a major mining company, and then later that company decided to retain a royalty interest when they sold it. Or we actually can do something we call royalty financing. And for us, that's providing capital for a mining company. Instead of taking principal and interest back like a normal bank would do, we take a percentage of the production in perpetuity.
So you don't actually own necessarily shares in the company. You just want, let's say, your royalty on what, the sales of the gold that comes out of the ground?
Exactly the point. So if the mine goes into production and they actually sell the metal, then we get a percentage of the revenue stream that comes from those sales.
All right. Now, you recently did a couple transactions, but I want to focus on one, International Royalty Corporation. This is like it's a $600 million deal, right? I mean,
Indeed. It's actually $650 million U.S. Equivalent. And that's an acquisition where we purchased a company that had 97 royalties embedded in it already. So that enlarged our portfolio significantly. And now we have in the order of 51 producing and development stage properties around the world. So it's a very important piece of business for us. There's another one I'd like to mention, and that's the Andacollo transaction we just completed in Chile. And that was with Teck Resources. There we provided about $270 million of capital for the construction of a new mill, and in return we took 75% of the gold stream that comes off a primary copper producer. So the two of those in the last 45 days or so, we've invested about $925 million US.
Are you going to be spending even more money? Are you looking for more acquisitions?
Well, look, we have a growth pipeline that's already embedded in the company, and remember, we don't have to now spend any more capital to bring these properties into production. And so we see a number of them that are just on the front end of production, like Peñasquito in the state of Zacatecas. It's a Goldcorp operation. That's their most significant flagship operation. That's coming into production now. We have the Andacollo property that's just ramping up. Voisey Bay is a new, rather large property that's now in production. And then finally, we'll see the Pascua-Lama. Those will be our 4 cornerstone assets in very geopolitically safe countries.
And is that the key to the thing, is that you like those geopolitically safe locations?
Absolutely. You have to go in the mining business, you have to go where the mineral is. And to have a portfolio that is very much mixed in North America and Chile and Australia is a real fortune.
All right, I want to thank you very much, Tony Jensen, Chief Executive, coming to us explaining what's going on in Royal Gold, Royalty Mining Company. Thank you very much
for sharing your insight.